today at Ivy Tech here in Anderson, Indiana, and I'm with Dr. James Willey, the Chancellor at Ivy Tech, along with a lot of other dignitaries we're going to talk to here in a moment. And the reason we're here is Ivy Tech is in the process of upgrading their criminal justice program, and Ivy Tech has a lot going on right now in Anderson. I'm talking to Dr. Willey about that here for a few minutes, and then we'll talk a little bit about the car behind us. And I appreciate, again, everybody being here today. We're very excited about this. Dr. Willey, first off, a little bit about Ivy Tech. I know the state's went through some changes lately and how they're doing their community colleges. You might talk a little bit about that and some of the programming that you have here, and then how this vehicle is going to fit into your plans.
Well, thank you, Mayor, and thank you so much for this car. It'll really help grow the program, and we have great ideas and a vision on how we want to use this and serve this community as well. Let me introduce a couple of people that have joined us. First of all, our Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Dr. Richard Weinblatt. He joined us this year. He's originally from the Indianapolis campus. And also joining us on her second day at work is Catherine Loving. She's our new criminal justice professor. And we'll talk a little bit more to Catherine, but we're fortunate. She has 15 years of experience as a detective in the in the Casper, Wyoming area. So first of all, about the campus and what we've got going on here. The programs here, and I've talked about this throughout the community, through our restructuring, we wanted to make this campus very community focused and offer those programs that are going to, enhance the economic development in this area, providing good paying jobs, and the training that goes along with those. So with that, we're excited as we venture out on our own as a standalone campus to serve the community of Anderson and Madison County, and that alone is, we're mission driven for that. So in that much, we are growing our information technology program, our industrial maintenance program, advanced robotics, along with all those other gen ed courses that people need if they want to move on to a four-year university or get a certificate or degree here.
Well, I know the city of Anderson certainly appreciates all the work that you've done, because one of our primary goals right now is to try to line folks up with these new jobs that are coming into our community. And Ivy Tech has truly been a real partner, not just with the city, but also with these various manufacturers as they come in, and other employers as well, because it's a great place to get a good education at a reasonable cost, and you guys do a great job, and we appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate that as well. And school starts very soon. If you're interested, get signed up by August 20th. We have classes that are open and rolling now. Talk a little bit more about criminal justice. This is a program that we want to enhance and grow. As a former police officer myself, and along with Dr. Weinblatt, who was a former police chief, this is where we started. And we moved from the front seat here out into the classrooms. And what we want to do is also, not the back seat, the front seat. And what we look forward to doing is growing the criminal justice program. We offer intro to crim, police and community, cybersecurity, police work for the future. And so this, hopefully what we talked about doing is having a Camp Justice, which I know Indianapolis has, and maybe a little bit more about that if you want to talk about that, Richard.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, so thank you, Dr. Willey, Mr. Mayor, and Police Chief. We really appreciate this car. This is terrific. But Camp Justice that our Chancellor mentioned is a program that I and my colleagues had started down in Indianapolis, bringing young people, middle school, high school, and getting them acquainted. We actually borrowed an Indianapolis Metropolitan Police car because we weren't as fortunate to have folks like you that got us a car to keep on a regular basis. So luckily we don't have to borrow a car, we have it. So thank you. But we used it and acquainted them with traffic stops. I mean, Chief, as you know, a lot of people have misunderstandings, particularly young people. What's good is that now they say, hey, maybe this is something I realistically want to do. And then they hopefully come to college at Ivy Tech Community College, Anderson campus. So we really look forward to using this. We look forward to using this as a living laboratory in our academic credit criminal justice courses so that they can see. You can't always see who's driving. so there aren't any preconceived notions on the part of the police officer or deputy sheriff before the traffic stop is made. You and I both know that. Dr. Willie knows that from his experience, and Sergeant/Detective, former Catherine Loving knows that, but the public doesn't know that, and so that's part of the mission. And I'm actually hoping, and so is Dr. Willie, that we can continue working with you folks, partner perhaps on a Camp Justice during the summer, and do some good community relations, both for the city of Anderson, the police department, as well as Ivy Tech. And the other thing is it'll be great in parades because, we're going to put the Ivy Tech logo on it. And as Dr. Willie mentioned, we will indicate that it was donated very generously by the city of Anderson, and we appreciate that.
We might just briefly talk to this young lady, and so all the way from Wyoming to Indiana.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that, and not just what brought you here, but what your plans are here locally for the students.
I'm thrilled to be here, and I think this is a great opportunity to bring realism into the classroom and educate not only more so as far as criminal justice goes, but also make it a real experience for the students. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity for all of them. What brought me here is family, and so I'm here to experience the Heartland. It's quite different from the Wild West, but it's been great so far.
Well, we welcome you and thank you for being here. And I know Dr. Willie and Dr. Weinblatt are very happy to have you as part of their team. And it sounds like it's going to really be a great experience. And let me introduce also standing with me here, Chief Tony Waters of the Anderson Police Department. Chief Waters really helped make this a reality here today. We're in a process of changing out our fleet, which gave us some extra cars. Most of them are be sold for near salvage, but this one was in a little better condition, and we went ahead and did some things with it to make it a little bit better. But Chief, you might tell them a little bit about what we've been doing with our fleet locally and how we came about to have this vehicle.
This actual commission here was one of the better ones that we decommissioned, believe it or not. You can see it's scratched, dinged, and it's got a lot of hard miles on it. This was one of the better ones. This vehicle here, I know it's going to be like you said, a laboratory, and it'll be used out here, and it'll be used for the correct purposes. So it's a true honor to be here today to dedicate this car.
Well, I appreciate that, Chief, and it has been good that we've been able to get so many new cars for the officers, and we're in a process right now of getting ready to liquidate the others, all being determined to be salvaged by the safety board, who also had to approve what we're doing here today, which we appreciate their actions as well. When you get in some of the vehicles that are lesser than this vehicle, you can see why the need to make those changes was real. Those vehicles are getting very dangerous for officers. So I know in this case, Tony, you've taken this to the shop to make sure everything's working well, and we've done a little detailing on it to clean it up, and so we're very, very proud again to be able to give this to you guys, and in particular we're just happy about Ivy Tech and everything that you guys do for the city of Anderson and the community at large. You obviously serve a regional area, and we appreciate that, and we're just happy that we have someone to work with in education that understands our community. So again, thank you very much, and we just happily officially present this to you now. Okay, Doctor,
Mayor,
thank you as well.
sir.
Thank you again.
Thanks.